Alright, the Cavs keep it rolling to start off the second half of the year, and as I've said at the start of it, Rocket Mortgage has surpassed TD as the toughest arena to play in because they put on ridiculous blowouts at their crib. But it always starts with their defense, from their ball pressure, to their positioning, to their shows, and most importantly, their effort, because those stops are what generate their pace to establish a rhythm out the gates. Opponents have a hard time trying to even touch paint, let alone finish in there, and the Knicks got to experience that firsthand because a lot of their offense was being reduced to ones for either Brunson or Towns in the half court. Even though the two did make tough shots throughout, that just wasn't sustainable, because whenever the Cavs did shade their angles to get them off the rock, there wasn't any production from the others, and all the smoke bunnies didn't help. But whenever they tried to match the Cavs' pace, they struggled to capitalize on their transition opportunities, so there weren't many easy ones for them, and a lot of that was the Cavs consistently getting back. It took them until the third before they finally broke through, and Bridges got going off some runouts, but it was way too late by then because they were trailing by 20 to 30 the entire quarter, so it was just an exchange of buckets. This game was basically over by the end of the first, and per usual, it's damn near impossible to match the Cavs' firepower because of how fast they play. The Knicks could never set their defense, so if it wasn't an easy run out, it was them flowing right into their screening actions and exploiting that drop to open up their entire offense. I lost track of the amount of drop-offs, rolls, or lobs they had, and it was basically a dunk contest for their bigs because Karl could not keep up with anything. I think the Knicks wanted his levels to be higher, but the Cavs were way too quick for him to even compute what was going on, and whenever he was up, Don or Darius would just quickly reject for an open lane. I thought HOMECOURT showed way more effort than him, but even he wasn't getting stops, so it didn't matter who was on the floor. And between all the screening actions and Don frying whoever was in front of him, the paint was basically an open ocean to get their offense going. Everything was going their way, so it was only fitting to see Hunter with the late bailout at the end of the first, then Don doing the same thing at the end of the second. And even though Hunter just got to the team, I'm not surprised to see him already making an impact, because he's been one of the more underrated wings. He fills a role that the Cavs have been missing, and with Ty Jerome continuing to be the X factor off the bench, they've only gotten better, so now it's all about chemistry until the playoffs, because they've proven what they're capable of in the regular. Just watch the tape.
Hunter, mid-range, short.